Well, guys, the offensive line struggles continue as Oklahoma loses to Ole Miss 26-14. In another game where it just it didn't look good in the second half. The first half looked a little decent. The offense was able to do a couple things, move the ball a little bit. Actually scored two touchdowns in the first half. I mean that's an improvement already. But once again, they gave up 9 sacks. They just couldn't put anything together far as blocking. Oh, Miss, it was terrible actually. Hated to see it. Jackson Arnold he looked decent. He was 22 of 31, 71%, 182 yards, had two touchdowns. But again, the 9 sacks for a loss of 60 just kind of took all that away. Um, Javante Barnes, 16 carries, 67 yards, 4.2. We know the deal. Tatum, he had 9 carries, 42 yards. Jackson Arnold had another 39 yards on 24 carries, but of course, a lot of the sacks was kind of held him back on that. He had a long run of 24. Um, Bauer Sharp had one run for -1, which I did not like that play. Javante Barnes also had 5 catches, 57 yards. Bauer Sharp, 8 catches, 53 yards. Jacob Jordan, 6 more catches, 38 yards, had a touchdown. Bauer Sharp had a touchdown as well. Hester, Roberts, and Franklin all had 1 catch. And that was pretty much it after the first half. The defense is playing pretty good. And then all of a sudden, the floodgates open. They figured out what they wanted to do. Jackson Dart, he ended the game with 22 of 30 with 311 yards and a touchdown. And we only got to him one time for 1 sack. I mean, they had some good pressures on him, but couldn't quite seal the deal on him. But they did disrupt a lot of things he was trying to do. When back there, they made it difficult for him, I should say, until they didn't. Then all of a sudden, it was pretty much a wrap. Um, they didn't have Trey Harris, which is their main receiver. So he didn't play. So that was good for OU, but they still couldn't take advantage and pull out the victory. So, it really didn't matter. Um, Overall, OU was 18 of 18 on third downs. Slight improvement from what they've been doing. 2 of 5 on fourth down. I thought that when they called a timeout, it was like a 4th and 2, 4th and 3. In that situation, I felt like Brent Venables should have went for it. He didn't. Thought that was bad management right there. Um, you're on the road playing SEC, Ole Miss, a good football team. You got to take advantage of those type of situations. We got to try to score. We got to try to go in and score right there. I didn't really like that at all from Brent. So a little disappointed right there. Hopefully he could try to bounce back next week. But who knows? The offense still needs to improve, but it's going to be really difficult to improve anything because, of course, the offensive line just can't block anybody. It's really amazing, really a shame to be here at this point where Oklahoma, after putting out years and years of pretty good offensive linemen, we've decided that all of a sudden we can't block anyone. I don't, maybe it's just bad recruiting, like maybe, or is it bad development, or is it just players hurt and the players that's sitting there right now just not getting it done. Although I don't really think that's an excuse for the offensive line. Maybe the receivers can use that excuse. But to me, the offensive line really does not have that excuse. I'm not going to give them that excuse because, yeah, they were banged up, especially at the beginning of the year. But now most of them, and I think maybe they have one lineman out. So, but other than that, felt like they should have did a much better job. I mean, they should be doing a much better job at this point in the season, and they are not improving like they should. It's just a sad situation. that's going on out there. Saw a tweet, Max Olson, that says Oklahoma has now allowed 38 sacks on the season, currently the most in the FBS. Gave up 9 again today versus Ole Miss. Most OU has allowed in a single season since 2004 is 41 in 2015. So, and we still got 4 games left at least. So they're probably going to end up breaking a sack record around here. So that's not good. I know a lot of people want to put this on Bill Bedenbaugh. I mean, maybe that's true. He has produced plenty of quality NFL offensive linemen over the years. He's been a great offensive line coach, but letting a lot of linemen go, like Caden Green to Missouri, and bringing in people off the transfer portal that just are not working out, to be quite frank. So you got to put the blame on them there. So I see a lot of people talking about fire him and all this type of stuff. I don't think me personally, I wouldn't do that right now. So I give this whole staff probably another season to try to get it together. But if it looks like this again, they'll have no choice, with the fan base to be too upset. But so OU takes another L. What are they now? 4-4? Something like that. Yeah. Not good. So anyway, hopefully they bounce back the next game. They should. They play Maine. So, and then after that, they play Missouri. They have a bye week. Then they play Alabama, then LSU. What a run. So let's see what happens. Till the next time, I will holler at y'all. Please hit the like button, subscribe button. I appreciate everybody who has been subbing all week lately. The more videos I've been trying to put out, the more people subbing. So that's a good thing. And I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you, and Boomer Sooner.